This is a primary election special program. Welcome to today's History of the Upper Ohio Valley. I'm your host, Bob Connors. We invited all Belmont County Commission candidates to introduce themselves and gave them 3 to 4 minutes to tell you who they are and what they believe. Each candidate has approximately 3 or 4 minutes, and we're going to start with Mr. Jerry Echemann.
Hello, I'm Jerry Echemann, and I'm a candidate for Belmont County Commission. Now, you will find my name on the Republican ballot this primary season. So if you would like to support me, and I hope that you will, you please have to remember to go in and ask for the Republican ballot on May 8th, or earlier if you decide to vote early down at the Board of Elections or by mail. I've lived in the Valley since 1980, and as many of you may know, I had a long career on television news at Channel 7, 28 years to be exact. I left that job, and I worked for about 7 or 8 years as the track announcer at Wheeling Downs. And I was fortunate enough to be in a position to retire on December 31st. I called my last dog race, and I've been retired ever since New Year's Eve. And in running for office, I think that's a good thing because I don't have a regular job that I have to hold down. So I'd be able to devote all my efforts to the Belmont County Commission if elected. In case you're wondering, I do have a college degree. I graduated way back in 1980 from Ohio University, cum laude graduate. I have a Bachelor of Science in Communications, and I majored in what else but radio and television. I'm among 6 people who are seeking this job. 1 holds it now, and there are 2 others that used to be on the county commission, and that's a good thing. There's something to be said for experience, but there's also something to be said, I think, for a new, fresh set of eyes, someone who hasn't been in public office before, and I could bring that to the job. I'm a conservative person, and that includes being fiscally conservative. I promise that I will watch every dime of taxpayers' money to see that your tax dollars are spent in the most efficient way possible. I'll look for ways to save the county money while doing everything I can to bring in new businesses and jobs, and that way the county, of course, will get more revenue. We are blessed here in Belmont County. I hope you feel that way. I know I do. We have a wonderful transportation system that I think sometimes we take for granted. We've got I-70 rolling straight through the center of the county. We've got the Ohio River, and we've got rail access here as well. So we need to tout these advantages a little bit more, I think, so that we can get more commerce and get more business, and that's our strength. And tourism as well. We have to focus on this, especially with the interstate system. It's easy to get to Belmont County. There's a lot to see and do here. Now, as a newly elected member of the commission, which I hope to be, please keep in mind I'll be part of a 3-member team. I'll go in with a lot of my own ideas, of course, but you have to work with the 2 other gentlemen in a teamwork type fashion, I believe, to move the county forward and bring the best into Belmont County. So, with Election Day almost upon us, I do seek your support. It would be an honor to serve. And I'm certain that I can do the job and work with the other 2 commissioners as a team, as I mentioned before, to guide the county forward in a responsible way and to grow our county. It's really like applying for a job, the way you'd apply for any other job, except the person doing the hiring would be the people of Belmont County who go to the polls on Election Day. So I'm hoping that you'll put me into the job and give me your vote. It would be an honor. I ask for your support. Thank you for listening, and please remember, on primary day, please go in and ask for the Republican ballot. That will be the one that has my name. Thank you once again.
Next candidate is Mark Thomas.
My name is Mark Thomas, and I'm the incumbent Democrat in this race for county commissioner. I'm currently in my 4th term, and originally served beginning back in 2001. And in this primary election coming up on May the 8th, we have a number of good qualified candidates that are running this year. I think I stand out as far as the others as being the most qualified, and I feel that because of my years of service and how much I've taught myself on how county government operates and what have you. Over my most recent term, from 2014 through today, I think some of the big things that we are very proud of, I know that I am personally, is the infrastructure growth that we have had over the last few years as far as water and sewer in the county, new lines, renovated lines. We're working on a $50 million deal now with the USDA to upgrade our water and sewer lines most recently. Also, this is very important infrastructure, broadband internet, that we are partnering with a company to provide our residents in our more rural areas with broadband internet. That's so important for the future growth of this county. We're building new roads and bridges, the big one being the new road that's going to connect US Route 40 with the Ohio Valley Mall. We're very proud of that. In 2016 and 2017, we built a brand new senior services building, $6 million. Thank you to our taxpayers that does provide our senior services staff and all of our seniors in Belmont County a brand new administrative facility, kitchen, and home for all of our seniors to come and participate in various events. We're very proud of that. In 2017, we just completed a $2.2 million renovation of the exterior of the Belmont County Courthouse and our old jail. Monies that we use from casino funds that we receive from Ohio's casinos. So all of that renovation was done without any taxpayer dollars. We're very, very proud of that. As we get into 2018, we look forward to the growth in the shale industry. By the end of the year, the commissioners believe that we will have a positive ethane cracker plant announcement that comes out of Dilly's Bottom. The commissioners have been working on that very diligently, and that's something that I'm proud of that has been a near and dear to my heart over the last term. Beyond that, we're going to continue working with our oil and gas companies as we continue to lay the foundation for job growth in Belmont County. The last thing that I think is very important for all of you to know is that the county is strong financially. Over the last couple of years, we've had our bond rating increase to excellent, which allows us to borrow money at lower interest rates, and that benefits the taxpayers. We borrow monies because we do that to grow our infrastructure, and we use that for roads, bridges, water, sewer, and broadband. So that is very, very good news. We run efficiently. We run in the black. We have a little bit of surplus that we carry over each year that applies to the county budget. So in totality, very proud of all of my terms, but most recently all of the achievements that I have mentioned here. And as we go through 2018, Belmont County, Belmont County is in good physical shape. There's a lot of exciting things that are happening now. There's a lot of exciting things that will be happening in the very near future. I am proud and humbled to be a part of them. And I would ask the opportunity to continue that with a vote for me on May the 8th. And I thank you for your time for watching this very valuable resource. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Next candidate is Chris Gagin.
Hi, I'm Chris Gagin. I'm a Republican candidate for Belmont County Commissioner, and I want to share with you some of my ideas and visions for the future of Belmont County. You know, if you think about it, as Americans, we innovate everything from cell phones to TVs, everything except government. And that's part of the problem I believe we have in Belmont County. We have never gone beyond what we have done before, and that's the mentality. We're not going to change it because that's the way it's always been done. And that can't happen as we move forward. We have opportunity in Belmont County with the advent of the cracker plant, which I do believe will be placed here. But we have to be able to meet those challenges, meet those opportunities with a new way of thinking. First, we have to get control of the county's budget. We spend $23 million roughly in our general fund, where Jefferson County spends only $17 million a year. We're a little larger, we have a little more in terms of population, but what are you getting for that extra $6 million a year? If we were able to cut the county budget by a mere 5%, but a straight across the board, we could save upwards of $1 million to $1.5 million, which could be utilized for infrastructure, for repairing of roads, for implementation of seed money for things like broadband, which will help us attract outside manufacturing interests that may want to develop here when we have the cracker plant online. So it's that type of thinking differently. Let me give you another example. For too long, we have had what I call a silo mentality, right? We have all of our various communities, cities, villages, township, and the county. And everybody has been very protective of what they have. Going forward in the future, we have to find ways to bring those groups together. We can't just operate in our own little silos. And I think the county has a fundamental and a leading role to play in helping to bring those groups together. For example, county can call a group together that would include business leaders, it would include labor, it would include government, where we could have roundtable discussions, where we could anticipate the labor needs that we're going to have when the cracker plant comes in, where we can address issues of how can we work together to save costs for each of those entities and thereby save you, the taxpayer, tax dollars, so we don't have to resort to what the commissioners are looking at, raising money, for example, through a license fee to raise an additional $800,000 or so to improve roads. If we were able to cut 5%, we'd have that $1.5 million. We'd be able to fund that in a more judicious way. Why not get everybody together and form a large healthcare pool where we can put all of the employees, including school districts, together, and we can then drive down the cost of healthcare, not just for the county, but for all of our municipalities, cities, and townships. It's that type of new thinking that this county requires as we move forward. We have historic opportunities, but we have to have people ready to make those difficult and innovative decisions to take advantage of them. So why do I think I have that background? Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 50 years old. I'm married to my lovely wife, Catherine. We live in Richland Township, and I have a beautiful 2-year-old little girl by the name of Gabriella. And it's been great becoming a dad a little later in life. Why? Because you get to re-experience all the things through her eyes as you learn, as she learns. So I'm a lawyer, and I am in private practice with the law firm of Mechanic, Sacco, and McCoy. I have served in government before. I've been an assistant prosecuting attorney in both Jefferson and Harrison counties. I was the acting magistrate here in Belmont County for a period of time, and I am still the solicitor in the village of Flushing. I also served as district director and staff attorney for Congressman Charlie Wilson when he was in Congress, and I am currently the chairman of the Belmont County Republican Party. So it's that background, having worked inside government and also in the private sector, that I think helps provide the best base to ask the right questions. Any politician that tells you that they have all of the answers is not telling you the truth. The key really is to ask the right questions. Who do we have to get to find out answers, to get more information in, to develop those innovative solutions to the challenges that we're going to face in the next 4 years? So on May 8th, and during the primary, in the Republican primary at least, I ask for your vote. My name again is Chris Gagin. I'm a Republican candidate for Belmont County Commissioner.
The next candidate is Mike Bianconi.
Hello, my name is Mike Bianconi, and I'm running for Belmont County Commissioner this coming May 8th. I would like your vote and support on May 8th. Some of the issues that I think are very important. Well, the number one issue is always spending your tax dollar. You work very, very hard for it. It's a priceless commodity. There's never enough of it. As an individual, I attend just about every county commissioner meeting for many, many years. I believe in public service. Going back to your tax dollars, the two recent issues that just came before the county commission was one was the recent purchase of the health plan building. I am all for putting county offices in a nice, modern building that they need to do their job appropriately. Absolutely, without a doubt. The employees and the taxpayers all deserve that. But with the purchase of the health plan building, what they've done, they've taken that parcel property off the market, so a private developer could not come in and create jobs. We all know that when health plan was there was 300 people working there. Good paying jobs, paying a lot of taxes, going eating at restaurants and going on and on from there. Beyond that, the property pays $67,000 a year in property taxes. We're going to lose that. That's $670,000 in 10 years and over $1.2 million in 20 years and on and on and on. The county has property a couple miles west of 331. We own our own property. Put up appropriate building on your ground, which is free. build it big, build it appropriate, so everything we need will be there. There's no reason the county commissioners can't reverse this trend and get rid of that health plan building, put it back on the open market, and let private development create jobs. The other issue I'd like to talk about is the sale of property out, Tacoma property out in Barnesville. They recently sold about 80 acres for about $7,000 an acre. Anybody that goes to a county commissioners meeting would know if they want to make an announcement, it's covered by all the major news media, Channel 7, Channel 9, Times Leader, Winning Intel, and so on and so forth. I attend most every one of those meetings. I was actually sitting there when they mentioned this property, and the way they worded it was legal, but to me I say clever. It was wrong, and someone bought it for $7,000 an acre. It's hard to say how much we could have gotten for the ground if it was advertised appropriately. Could have got a lot more, I believe. So these are some of the issues, and there's many, many more, but with this short period of time, I just want to bring those to your attention. If you ever want to talk to me about anything, my cell phone is 740-359-8417, or my email is mikebianconi@me.com, MikeBianconi, symbol @me.com. I would always love to hear from you, and I'd give you my opinion of what I think is the right thing to do. And there's a lot that needs to be done in Belmont County, and I like public service. Public service is an honor, and I request your vote and support.
And that's our candidates for Belmont County Commissioner. We thank you very much for watching, and remind you that your commissioner makes very important decisions about your life and your world in Belmont County. Choose carefully.